What's going on, people in internet land? Kimchi Chris here, and welcome to today's brand new episode of Rock Bliss with Kimchi Chris. It's 2022. We made it through the last 2 years. What's about to happen next? I don't know. It might get crazy, but the last 2 years, they helped us get ready for whatever is going to happen in 2022. And we already know about one thing that's going to happen in 2022 that's positive. One crazy thing that's going to happen May 27th through 29th. 2022, of course. Let's see how many more times we can say 2022 in this episode. And that amazing thing that's going to happen is the Creatures Fest in Nashville, Tennessee. Again, May 27th, 28th, and 29th. It's gonna happen. It's a music festival. It's a Kiss Expo. It's a brand new experience, and it's going to be co-headlined by the amazing Ace Frehley, lead guitar, and Vinnie Vincent. How crazy is that? We go 2 years without talking about Vinnie Vincent, and here we are 2 episodes in a row talking about the guy. But nonetheless, these are the headlining acts for this event. As of now, there's still a lot more to be announced. We don't have a lot of details, but we do have a few things that are kind of interesting as far as those 2 performers go, at least. So Ace's set is going to be fan driven. There's going to be a poll up on the website, and you can vote for what songs he's going to perform. Now, we don't know if this is going to be the entire set or maybe just parts of it. I have a hard time believing he won't play Shock Me, but this is going to be a die-hard crowd, so maybe they won't vote for it. So I could see him still interjecting a few songs, but with it being voted on, what are we going to get? Are we going to get Talk to Me? Are we going to get Dark Light? Are we going to get Shot Full of Rock off of Trouble Walking? How cool would that be? I love that song. Can we just make a vow right now to vote for Shot Full of Rock? If it's on there as an option, or if we can write it in. I don't know how this is going to be set up because the info isn't out just yet, but that's exciting information to know. And considering his current version of his backing band, aka the Rock and Roll Residency, aka the Talisman, they're going to pull it off. They know all the songs, and if they don't know them, they'll learn them. So that's really exciting. A fan-picked set list from the original Space Ace. I'm ready. I'm so ready. He was here just recently in Nashville. I hope that doesn't hurt his draw too much, but that's really exciting. And then you have Mr. Vincent Cusano, aka Vinnie Vincent. He is going to be reenacting the Rio 83 set. That's crazy. If he can pull it off, that's crazy. Is there gonna be a tank on stage? I wanna know if there's gonna be a tank on stage that fires. That's the most important part. Past that, it's a pretty cool set list, and of course, Vinnie has not played in public really since his comeback here. I mean, he did the couple acoustic songs that he did at the Atlanta Expo. I was there. And he did a couple songs at that pre-cruise event in Florida where, let's just be real, it wasn't working so well. But I've heard from some reliable people that have either attended these private events that he does or have kind of been around that area that he can still play. I have one friend in particular that just happened to be at SIR when he was doing rehearsal, practicing, warming up, whatever it was, and kind of heard the guitar from a distance, asked someone that worked there, and supposedly they said it was Vinnie, and he said he was killing it. So if the guy can play, it's going to be awesome, but that's also assuming that he shows up. He is the wild card. Now, a lot of people have misconstrued things that I've said about this gentleman several times at this point, but I always wish for Vinnie to succeed. I always wish for him to succeed. Sure, some things have been iffy here and there, and you know, he's done some things I wouldn't do, but nonetheless, if this ends up being his redemption arc, what a victorious redemption arc it could be. I'm here for it. I think it'd be really cool, but more importantly, I want to see a tank on stage. That's what I want to see, and I'm also curious as to some other things as far as the visual presentation. Will he be doing makeup? Will he have a costume? Will his backing band have a costume? Who is his backing band? Is it the Residency guys? That would make sense. They know the songs. Why not? Have them do it if they can do it. I don't know. They might have contracts with Ace or Gene or whoever, but it'll be very interesting to see how that goes. I'm sure we'll get more details on that as time progresses. I mean, really, all I want at this point in 2022 is to see Vinnie on stage playing, and that'd pretty much make my year perfect. I also want a tank on stage! But of course, it wouldn't be a full-on music festival or a Kiss convention without a few more artists. And we do have more in this first round of announcements. We have Quiet Riot, we have Vixen, we have Enough's Enough, we have Pretty Boy Floyd, we have John Corabi, and we have Return of the Comet. That's right, the original Comet guys. performing, I assume, original Comet material, which means they might reunite with Ace on stage. How cool would that be? It's happened before. Let's hope it happens again. Maybe he'll throw a bottle at a sound guy again. You don't know what can happen at these events. Now, out of those bands, the ones I'm really excited to see what's going on with would be Quiet Riot. I'm not the biggest fan of Quiet Riot, in all honesty. There's nothing wrong with them. I've just never been super into them. But their current drummer is Johnny Kelly, and of course he performed in Typo Negative, a band that I really like but never got to see. So getting to see him perform will be really cool. Getting to see Vixen will be awesome. I've seen them before, and they don't disappoint. Seeing them a second time would be really great. John Corabi, again, never ever disappoints. Again, Return of the Comet, we just talked about them. Enough's Enough, not a big fan of, admittedly. I've skipped over them when they've performed here before, but I'll give them a shot if there's nothing else going on. And Pretty Boy Floyd, I don't know anything about the current version of this band. I didn't even know they were still together, but they put out some bangers back in the day, so it'll be cool to have them on this. And with seeing this lineup that we have, and these are all kind of unique bands to perform in Nashville, maybe we'll get some more unique add-ons as time goes on. Really the only artist out of this entire lineup that plays here regularly, or the only two artists, I guess you would say, would be John Corabi and Ace himself, of course. Ace was here again just a couple months ago. But it'll be really cool to see all these unique performers here, and maybe things go well and they start stopping by a little bit more often. And it makes me wonder who else they'll be adding to this already stellar lineup. Will they be adding on Bruce Kulick? Have a theme of all the Kiss guitarists there? For that matter, throw Tommy on there. I'm sure he wouldn't touch this thing since Vinny's on it, but you know, you could have a theme. All of the lead guitarists of Kiss. That would be pretty awesome. But I think Bruce Kulick would be an obtainable one. And with it being Nashville, you know, even though they're not really announced yet, I'm sure you're gonna have the Residency guys doing some kind of set on here. Even though the Residency is ending, they'll be there with Ace. They can do it as a talisman. It'll be great. But I do wonder who else they'll be adding on to this. Even Lita Ford has been a regular at some of the Kiss Expos. Have her on here. I've still never seen her play a full regular set, so that would be really great. I've met her now twice at these things. I want to see her play a full show. I was supposed to get that back before the pandemic ruined it, and that show was never rescheduled. But overall, this thing sounds stellar. I think this is a smart way to book it as well, since I know Vinny was kind of talking about this beforehand. I mentioned that in my last episode. And it seemed a little bit like it was Vinny Fest, but having Ace on there I think is a very, very, very smart move, because people have been burned by Vinny before. Even if you're a huge fan of him, you can't deny the fact that people have been burned by him before. And having Ace on there, which we know will show up and do his thing, it's going to put people's minds at ease purchasing these tickets in advance. If it was just Vinny, I think we'd have some issues with some people, some commitment issues, myself included. But I think with Ace on there, we're going to see a much more steady stream of tickets purchased early on. And they did say that there will be some things like meet and greets, VIP type of experiences, and all kinds of cool stuff. There'll be some very high-end stuff, so I assume we'll have some signed guitars and things like that in the mix. But of course, we don't know how a lot of that stuff's going to go, considering, you know, the world that we live in. Obviously, things are getting crazy right now, especially in like New York. And hopefully that's not the rest of the country soon, but by May 2022, hopefully things will be fine, or at least serviceable. I mean, who really knows by the time we get there, but I am hopeful that this thing will happen and that it will be awesome, and that maybe it could become an annual event. We need a Kiss Expo type of thing in Nashville, because guess what? If the end of the road ever actually ends, we need events like this to keep the spirit alive and strong and powerful. But in all seriousness, this sounds great. At the time of the release of this episode, tickets are not on sale just yet, but we are being teased that they will go on sale January 2022. When they are on sale, I'll make sure to put a link down in the comments below. I'll make sure to do that, and I'll pin it to the top so you guys can check it out. But it'll be very exciting to see what happens with this event. I, for one, will definitely be there unless something crazy happens in my life. But what do all you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. Are you going to try to come to this event? Are you going to wait it out until we get a little bit closer to really make any plans? Or are you staying far away? It's all up to you. You can do whatever you want, but let me know all of that and more down below. If you are new around here, subscribe and give a thumbs up and all those other typical YouTube things. Once again, my name is Kimchi Chris. This has been Rock Bliss with Kimchi Chris, and I will see you guys on the next episode.